tomorrow.
Yeah.
Welcome to Leader Lifestyle Hub. As we have set the target of 200 book summaries in the entire year, here comes the book number 141. And as we are following the Oprah Winfrey week, today we are going to read one book summary from the same author, Oprah Winfrey. And the name of the book that we have today is What I Know for Sure. What I Know for Sure is the name of the book, written by Oprah Winfrey. As you already know about the Oprah Winfrey information, she's a talk show host, author, producer, actress, media proprietor, as well as she has her own show, the Oprah Winfrey Show. Okay, let us see the lessons, top 3 lessons and target audience of this book. The target audience of this book is the 15-year-old who is bored and discouraged and thinks there is nothing worth committing to. The 20-year-old college student who does not know what to do after they graduate from the college. And anyone who complains about their unfulfilling life. Let us see the small synopsis. What I Know for Sure encourages you to create the life you want by pursuing excellence, practicing gratitude, and leveraging bad experiences to become stronger. Let us listen from the author herself, Oprah Winfrey. Whether you flounder or whether you flourish is always in your hands. You are the single biggest influence in your life. Let me repeat the same statement. Whether you flounder or whether you flourish is always in your hands. You are the single biggest influence in your own life. Everybody knows Oprah Winfrey. She produced and hosted one of the most influential TV shows in American history. Her ingenuity brought a brand new format to television with book clubs, self-improvement segments, and calls to philanthropic efforts. But most of all, Oprah has been a champion in shaping her own existence. She experienced hardship in her earlier life, being lonely and getting bullied from relationships and family. But as an adult, she turned it into the stepping stone of her strength and self-sufficiency. And in this book, What I Know for Sure, she invites you to take responsibility for your own life as well. In the author's view, this means working hard to reach your goals. But you must also learn to enjoy the small and big pleasures you may experience on your journey and create more and more of the pleasures. So work hard for reaching goals, but create pleasures in the journey. Oprah's life has been remarkable for both trouble and success. So you would expect What I Know for Sure to be a motivational book on working hard and leaving your problems behind, and it is indeed that. But it is also a way for Oprah to pass on her contagious joy of living that comes from the ability to appreciate small things as much as big ones. What do you know for sure? The film critic Jene Siskel asked Oprah once in an interview. Inspired by the question, she started a famous monthly column in her own magazine, whose combined insights and revelations are in this book. So this is a book where she shared about the one question's answer. Like one interviewer asked Oprah, what do you know for sure? That made her to write this book. So all the revelations that she put into here are from her experiences as well as others. Let us see the top 3 lessons. Here are the 3 lessons that you can learn from Oprah's extraordinary life. Not only can you overcome hardship, but you can leverage it to become stronger self-sufficient, and happiness-oriented. Leverage your hardship, working hard, into becoming stronger, self-sufficient, and happiness-oriented. The path of progression is easier to walk if you let great stories and great people inspire you. Let me repeat the second lesson. The path of progression is easier to walk if you let great stories and great people inspire you. Being grateful for what you have will change your outlook, but also enable you to manifest better things in your life. Let us see how Oprah built her success and find inspiration in her view of life. Let's get started in each and every lesson, what we can take in dig deeper. Lesson number 1. From bad experiences, you can learn to take responsibility for your own happiness. The biggest problems you may face are a chance to build your courage. Sometimes you will not be able to build your courage more, or a chance to build your discipline, or a chance to build your determination. Hard things can motivate you become fearless enough to give yourself the love you didn't receive. Hard things which happens in life can motivate you to become the fearless enough to give yourself the love you didn't receive. Life was hard for young Oprah Winfrey. All began in 1953 in Mississippi when Oprah's mother got pregnant. Varnita Lee, who was unmarried and so ashamed that she hid her pregnancy until Oprah's birth. Oprah's mother name is Varnita Lee, and she was unmarried and so ashamed that she hid her pregnancy until Oprah's birth. It was a time of regret and loneliness. Some years later, Varnita moved to Milwaukee to find a better job, leaving little Oprah with her grandparents on their small farm. There weren't other children, so she spent most of her time acting out plays with her animal friends as an audience. She felt lonely. The young Oprah Winfrey used to play with the animal friends as an audience, and she felt lonely. Things got worse after she moved to her mother's house in Milwaukee. When she was 10, Oprah began to be sexually abused by a person her family trusted. She started behaving strangely, but Varnita did not realize what was happening. At age of 14, Oprah got pregnant and did the same as her mother. At the age of 14, Oprah got pregnant and did the same as her mother. She hid the pregnancy. She gave an early birth to a son who survived only for a few weeks. Not long afterward, she moved in with her dad and started recovering from her hardships, like being sexually abused and getting pregnancy at the age of 14. After that, a son is died within a few weeks. She started recovering from that hardships. Her father gave her few rules and pushed her to learn as much as she could. She was still a teenager, but committed to work hard for success as well as happiness. She is not only working hard for success, as well as she's working hard for happiness. So from bad experiences, whatever the challenges that you faced till this time, you can learn to take responsibility for your own happiness. Let us move on to the lesson number 2. Use inspiration from books and use inspiration from the people to strengthen your motivation for achieving greatness. When the 16-year-old Oprah read Maya Angelou's autobiography, the name of the book is I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings. I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings. She felt validated and less lonely. she recognized herself in the young Maya, abandoned by her parents as a child and a victim of sexual abuse. Eventually, Oprah met Maya, who became her friend and her mentor. Books and people inspired Oprah, and they can do the same for you too. So always take inspiration from the books as well as the people, which is nothing but mentor. Oprah was also impressed by the story that Reverend Otis Moss Jr. Reverend Otis Moss Jr. told her about his father. As a poor black man, he had a moment of hope when Congress ratified Afro-American people's right to vote. He put on his best suit and went to the polling booth. Sadly, he ended up walking a total of 15 miles from one polling station to another because everywhere he went prevented him from casting a ballot. This is the source of quote that Oprah often recalls. I vote for him. I come as one, but I stand as 10,000. This is a powerful statement. I vote for him. I came as one, but I stand as 10,000. When Oprah was a child, segregation and racism were ordinary in Mississippi. In 1969, the civil rights activist Jesse Jackson visited Oprah's school and encouraged black students to pursue excellence to defeat racism. Oprah wrote his words down and stuck them on her mirror as a daily reminder to do the best she could. So whenever you receive a beautiful words or inspirational words, try to stick them on the mirror and use that as a daily reminder to do the best as you can do. So use inspiration from the books as well as inspiration from the people to strengthen your motivation for achieving the greatness. Let us move on to the lesson number 3. Practicing gratitude makes you feel better, but also brings you more things for which to be grateful. For more than 10 years, Oprah kept a gratitude journal in which she wrote daily 5 good things that happened to her. So every day she used to write 5 good things that happened in her life. Finding her journal some years later, she realized that whenever she went through her day looking for the things to be thankful for, more things to be grateful for showed up. And the more you struggle to find something to be thankful for, the more you need to practice gratitude. Gratitude works because it raises your energy. It allows you to attract more goodness in your life. One thing Oprah found very difficult to be content with was something she really could not get rid of: her body. In fact, since young, she was obsessed with her weight and tried to the most ridiculous diets. So she started writing every day in the gratitude journal. She is grateful of her body. Until the day she started waking up in the middle of the night with palpitations the doctors could not explain. She was scared. That was the moment she realized she had always taken health for granted. She finally embraced her imperfections and managed to be thankful to her body for being strong. Instead of thinking about overweight, she started thinking about the body as a being strong. So let me repeat the 3 lessons. From bad experiences, you can learn to take responsibility for your own happiness, as she has gone through a lot of bad experiences, like being born without being unmarried, and at the age of 10 she got sexually abused. At the age of 14 she got pregnant, and after a few weeks her son died. So after all hardships, she learned to take responsibility for her own happiness, and she started taking inspiration from the books and people. Wherever the people say some quotations or inspirational messages, she used to take them, write down and stick on the mirror, and she used to read them as a daily reminders. As well as she started gratitude journal, writing 5 things that to be grateful of every day, which made her more happy than suffering. So she finally embraced her imperfections. So we also need to embrace our imperfections. So everyone in this world are imperfect in one or other fields. So try to embrace your imperfections and manage to be thankful to your all the things, whatever you want to suffering right now. Means if you feel that you are weak in this area, try to be grateful on that so that you can improve further. So always remember, gratitude makes you feel better. So practice some gratitude every day for 5 to 10 minutes at least, so that you can feel better and move forward. Thank you so much. See you in another book summary in the next week. Until then, stay connected, keep progressing, and share your